So the starting lineups: Angers contributed 2 players, Ismail Traoré of Côte d'Ivoire and Stéphane Bahokan of Cameroon, to the Africa Cup of Nations, and one of their few new signings, Sada Thioub, was part of the Senegal squad that lost in the group and again in the final to Algeria. So all arrested. There's an 18-year-old Ayat Nouri at left back. 5 of the exited earlier than Iwobi, of course, but he's not here, and as you know, neither is Laurent Koscielny. One of the new boys, Gabriel Martinelli, does feature. Matteo Guendouzi back after a 3-week break following France's semi-final exit at the UEFA Under-21 Championship, keen to get to work under Emery. Starts also, as you saw there, for Zach Medley, Robbie Burton and Tyrese John Jules, with Eddie Nketiah and Reece Nelson up front. It's in behind Medley. Martinez comes off his line a little bit too slowly, and what a marvellous goal. Angers carved Arsenal open. Centre-back problems again, I'm afraid, and Angers lead 1-0. And in fairness, they have been the more progressive from the off here, celebrating their centenary and now celebrating the opening goal. It's a great run from deep by El Malali, but nobody went with him. And Borussia Mönchengladbach more recently, and that's a bit more promising. It's dropped for Nelson on the edge of the box, and that's the first sight of goal for Arsenal. There's a good run forward by Eddie Nketiah before that. Clever little touch in his direction by Jean-Jules also, but a stout challenge. In fact, 2 robust challenges, 2 senior defenders making their presence felt on 2 of the... It's Chambers who got the knock on, actually, rescued by Mustafi, and that's not a bad one in, and it's just the wrong side of the upright, the nearest thing so far, and quick thinking it was by Martinelli, who sometimes looks to see the picture a bit more quickly than other players, I must say that. Young as he is, that wasn't missing by much. Wriggled into some space in the end. Deflection on the cross. Fell invitingly for Arsenal. Boutel didn't know much about it. It's 1-1. Reece Nelson finished it off with the minimum of fuss. And Arsenal level. A much-needed equaliser. Guendouzi didn't give up on it. Got a bit lucky with the deflection, perhaps, which wrong-footed 1 or 2. But it fell irresistibly in the end for Nelson, and he did the rest. Reine Adelaide weaving his way through, and there's a good piece of work by Mustafi, and a nice little sporting touch afterwards against the man, a young man who he knows. And we all know that actually this has not been Reine Adelaide's best tonight so far, but that was much more like it. Star in his day, the late 50s, Real Madrid, early years of their European Cup glory. Started his professional career here. Maitland-Niles just hesitated when he worked himself into the space then. And he's left a big hole behind him. And Reine Adelaide showing signs of coming to life, much like Arsenal have done. He's gone on, the former Arsenal player, and he's denied. Bit short for Mkhitaryan. Martinelli was alert again, but Arsenal with a bit more defending to do. Well, the crowd liked it, and Louis entitled to have a hit, but it was never, ever troubling Martinez. Maitland-Niles. Martinelli. Well, there is how to execute a slide tackle within the law. It was Mustafi, and here come Arsenal again with Martinelli. Going to be tucked home, surely. Aubameyang, he knows he's offside. Reece Nelson missed it. It's a great win back. Martinelli. Almost a case of Nelson not quite able to believe what was happening as it... Xhaka kept cool. It wasn't a very easy ball from Thompson. Aubameyang. Olayinka made a forward move. Great step over Mkhitaryan, and it's over the top from Aubameyang of all people. It was a great Arsenal move, and it deserved to be the winning goal, but it wasn't to be. Aubameyang in full flight. What a sight he remains. Lovely, clever step over by Martinelli. And all Oba had to do was finish it off, and he couldn't. Arsenal fans will hope he's saving it for when it really counts. I must say, Xhaka's put a lot. So that's where it finishes. Arsenal honouring Angers with their presence as the hosts mark their centenary here this evening, and honour satisfied on the field as well. Angers were very good early on, sub-strength Arsenal side, and one or two of the youngsters. So too Angers, still trying to work out who's going to take theirs, but definitely first up, Maitland-Niles. Elegant as ever. Had a good night. Now he seeks to crown it. And Monceau strokes his home as well. It's 1-1. Goes round in circles. No problem dispatching it, however. Arsenal 2-1. Pierrick Capel, free kick taker normally. Nobody's missed yet. Some worked out well, some not so well. What tonight? Just into the corner. Left-sided centre-back. Sends Martinez the wrong way, and comprehensively. In his late cameo role, he couldn't get the ball in the net, and now Arsenal need him to. We've seen him score all kinds of penalties. Trick ones, power ones, precision ones. Butel standing firm and up for the challenge, but he too goes the wrong way. 4-3 Arsenal. Martinez still seeking to make a save. Didn't need to, but it's fired miles over the top by Kanga. The first miss in this shootout, and quite a miss it was. Butel reminded about the new laws as they apply to these situations for goalkeepers. Must be in contact with that line. Mkhitaryan. Oh dear. Anything Kanga can do, Mkhitaryan can do just as well. Quite nice if something went right for Mkhitaryan at Arsenal. So, Angers with a reprieve. Jeff Rain Adelaide, formerly of Arsenal. And Martinez keeps it out. Arsenal have done it, and Martinez, importantly for his confidence, made a save It was a poor penalty from Reign Adelaide. Not quite as bad as the preceding couple. But after Mkhitaryan's miss, it was still there for Angers to try to rescue. Reign Adelaide couldn't do the rescue job for Angers. And Arsenal, beaten on penalties the other night by Real Madrid, have won a shootout.